Hello and welcome to Physics Problems 1 by 1. So here is a problem. As always, read it, maybe once, maybe twice, and then pause the video and try to solve it yourself. Today's problem is that they throw the ball up, vertically up, and it flies up, stops, and falls back. And the times the travel is t, and they know it's 4 seconds, for example. So they want us to find h. How we will approach? Of course, h is a vertical movement, g, so what formulas you are going to write? Pause. Of course, the first that come to mind is they start with v0, right, and final is 0, so v final is 0 minus v initial squared divided minus 2g. H equals v0 squared over 2g, right? What about time? Well, two approaches about time. The first approach is simple, t to the first power of 1 and another t squared. So power of 1, the formula is, of course, it's about the speed. The speed at that point is 0. And it equals initial speed plus at. But there is no plus, there is minus, and this g is given, and this is time. So from here we immediately send that here gt equal v0 and time equal v0 over g. This is the first approach, and another approach we can tie together h. We can say h equal initial speed t minus gt squared over time. The only thing t, here t is a full time, let's put it tf, and here t is the time that it's going up. Full time, of course, t full, of course it's 2t, because that much is going up, it's as fast it's going down. So h equal v0t minus gt squared. We can put it here, we will receive this formula. But we can exclude t, exclude v0. So basically, this is, and another approach is if we will be falling from here, then we will be falling with initial speed, it would be 0, gt squared over 2. Because this would be the same time whether we cover this with initial speed v0 and stop, or we start with 0 and come back with v0 directed this way. It would be the same formula, and we can plug it here that it is the same, and we receive gt squared over 2 equals v0t minus gt squared over 2. We send gt squared here, it would be gt squared, because 1/2 and 1/2 is a full, it would be v0t, and we will have t equal v0 over g, and it would be the same result. It's a little bit, requires a little bit of thinking, because time up, the same time down, we start with 0, we come with v0, and when we're going up, we start with v0 and we stop. And if we draw a graph, and we say that this is x, and this is x, it would be like this. Time until we reach the top, and at the top this would be h, and then another 2t, so because this is t until we come back. So we cover the same distance going up, and we cover the same distance going down, but down we go with initial speed 0 and acceleration is positive, so those are the same. We receive this formula that we can obtain much easier through the velocity. This is velocity and this is distance, right? So height is how high we go, and t is the time up. Okay? So now if we look on those two formulas, if we look on those two formulas, v0 squared and h, v0 squared and h, we know if they give us t, and t is 2 seconds, then we know v0. So v0 is gt, right? So we can plug it here, and we can obtain h equal, I write it here, h equal, instead this would be gt, right? v0 squared divided over 2g. h equal g squared t squared over 2g. h equal gt squared over 2. Exactly what I told you 2 minutes ago. The body pulls from here, covers the same distance h for the same time t, and comes to the bottom. So if they tell us t 2 seconds, then we know how h from this formula. So h equal, g is 10, 9.10, but I write 10, multiplied by t, t is 2 seconds because 4 seconds back and forth, so t is this only one way, so it would be 2 squared divided over 2. And it would be 40 divided over 2, it would be 20 meters. So, if we know that it goes for 4 seconds, it's 20 meters up, 20 meters down. And that's it for this problem. And, oops. And if you liked it, click like, subscribe if you want more, click bell to know when this new stuff is published. Put your question, put your comment, put your problem. Thank you.